Yo, what's up, guys? So, as you can see, it's been a pretty busy week, but Super Saturday was a huge blast. I hope that a lot of you could make it. For those of you who couldn't, there's always next year. So, picked up a lot of great stuff. Comic-Con's right around, literally in a month and 2 weeks. I am totally excited. Went a bit crazy at Super Saturday. Still a bit sick. Still getting over it. But it's been a blast. Work. Super Saturday. It's been nonstop. So I am excited because after Super Saturday we went to Barnes & Noble's. Patricia Briggs' new book, So Taken, is finally out in paperback. I love this series. I know most of you probably don't care about reading, but she writes an incredible story. If you haven't seen my other videos about the books, basically the story is about a young Indian girl who has the power to shapeshift into a coyote. Her parents are human, but her father knows a werewolf who has a pack of his own. So they send this coyote to the werewolf pack. She becomes literally the alpha's daughter. And you find all this story within all of the books. I think there's about 12 for this series. But the alpha is basically the alpha of the North American packs. Literally, he controls all the North American werewolf packs, besides his own. He has two sons, Sam and Charles. Sam is a doctor. I think his name was Sam. Charles is basically the enforcer. She grows up with them. The books actually start as she is a mechanic, and she is causing the local alpha of the local pack in another state a lot of problems. But the alpha can't do nothing because she's the adopted daughter of the alpha of alphas. She works for an old mechanic named Z, who, as the story progresses, you find out is a gremlin. And not only a gremlin, but the gremlin that everyone fears. The true maker of incredible weapons. There's hints that he made Excalibur. But the story progresses that Chi falls in love with the Alpha, becomes part of the pack. They form this weird pack who has friends that are Fae, which is mystical creatures. And they start making enemies, vampires, other werewolves packs. They did branch off, or Patricia Briggs did branch off. There's another series called Alpha and Omega, which is basically Charles's story of him being the enforcer to his father. But the books kind of mingle, where you don't have to read both series, but if you do read both series, they actually talk a great deal about what happened to one in one book. It's basically, if you love werewolves, vampires, mystical creatures, supernatural beings, all the myths and legends, the urban legends that you've heard, and mixed in with the Indian supernatural, as she is part Indian, a shapeshifter, better known as spirit walkers or skinwalkers, in this case spirit. You find out her father is a great god of the Indian people. It's a very intricate web of all these supernatural beings, and it's, for me, it's a great series. Would I recommend it for kids? No, there are some sexual things in it. Not really uh, a little descriptive, but not the actual description of the action. But in a couple of the books, they do get hot and heavy. Uh, Also stopped off at Hot Topics. Picked up The Crow. Eric Draven with The Crow. Burning. It's the new Crow. In his hand, there is the Crow, and on the back is his guitar. So there's Eric Draven and Eric Draven with the Crow. I did pick up the other one. And I do have the original The Crow. I'm very happy I was able to get both of these. Now, Super Saturday. Like I said, it was an insane event. Loved it. Can't wait to do it again. Can't wait for the next Collectors Expo. Can't wait for the next Mega Expo at Pearl Ridge. But I had to. Warduke, Dungeons and Dragons, Evil action figures. It's a NECA. So, technically, I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I've become a fan of watching people play. I've become a fan of the cartoon. I still have to watch the live action movie. I have watched some of the older movies that kind of suck. But I remember as a kid, I had this toy. Of course, he was a bit smaller, but I just thought this evil knight looks insane. And I love the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon with Venger. I seriously hope NECA makes it. And Tiamat, and of course the kids. So it comes with 2 regular hands, a metallic hand, the flames for the sword, a saber, another saber, and the huge sword. The detail in this thing is, I mean, it's insane. You can't really see it. He's supposed to have a shield too somewhere. But like I said, I definitely want to get Grim Sword. He's the next one. Definitely wanted both of these characters. And then, like I said, hopefully they make Venger. And that would be the final character for this series that I would love to get. So happy I finally got to get this character. It is one of those nostalgia things. So I also picked up Starscream, the Target exclusive. On the back there's Megatron, Jazz, Soundwave, Optimus, and Bumblebee. So I do have a Megatron, but it's the other Megatron where he has the ball and chain coming down from his hand. This Starscream has Megatron transformed. Also picked up the Spider-Man 2099 glow-in-the-dark Entertainment Earth exclusive. This thing is incredible. Can't believe I finally got him. He's unopposed as well. Moana. Comes with the tidal wave and Hey Hey. The back is, of course, Cinderella, Moana, Pocahontas, Rapunzel. Sorry, mine went blank. And Snow White. I do have Rapunzel, and I believe I have Pocahontas. It's getting to the point where I don't know which ones I have. Also picked up Justice League Starfire. It is a Funko 2022 Summer Convention limited edition. definitely wanted this Starfire more than the other Starfire, the Teen Titans one. And last but not least, Spider-Woman. To complete, well, almost complete my Spider-Man collection. Spider-Gwen, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Gwenpool, Doc Ock, and Doctor Strange. This one is a 2018 fall convention Funko exclusive. Out of all the women with spider powers, Spider-Woman was the first and still one of my favorites. Still my favorite for the women with spider powers. Spider-Gwen is definitely second, or Ghost Spider. But, I mean, it's the classics. So, yeah, I did a little damage. Thankfully, not as bad as I thought I was going to do. Very thankful I was able to find these. Not really what I was expecting to find. I don't know why. I so I went to the Ala Moana Hotel Toy Expo, hoping to find Warduke there. And of course, nobody had him. So I really wasn't expecting to find Warduke here. There's definitely still a few more pops I need to get. These things are literally insane. There's definitely toys I need to get. I'm still on the line about picking up the, or backing the G.I. Joe Dragonfly. I got a crap load of stuff coming within September, October, and November for G.I. Joe and a few uh, Star Wars Black Series. I have not gotten or not been able to pre-order the retro Snake Eyes, so I'm hoping to pre-order that. I haven't been able to pre-order the Range Viper, the new Snow Serpent, and the Cobra Eel. So I'm hoping to actually, as soon as I can, pre-order those. There's a lot of things I definitely need to get. Still need to do one more Silverhawks character at very least. Grim Sword. Brooklyn from the Gargoyles. More He-Man is coming out. Masterverse series. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. It's not a great thing to be a collector. But when everything's said and done, I'm hoping that most of the collection is complete very soon, at least by next year, December. However, if you haven't been paying attention to my tweets or Facebook, there is someone who is trying to bring out cops. If you remember the old cartoon, Central Organization of Police Specialists. Now, the old toys were bulky, the guns were huge, insanely huge, and it was one of those you could put the paper pops in, so the gun makes a popping sound. These new cops are going to be more streamlined. They look fantastic. I don't know if I want to collect the cops. I kind of do want to collect the criminals, though. You guys know I'm more of a heel fan. There are a couple wrestling figures I want to collect. Not a lot. Not all of them. A couple of them. Definitely would love to get an Alpha and a Sika. Would love to get Samu and Fatu. Uh, Haku, Ming. All the Islanders. Well, all the older Islander figures. Maybe Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, maybe. Maybe Tonguing Kid. We'll have to wait and see. But this is what we got this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you guys seen some things that you might be interested in. As you can hear, I need to go take care of some problems. So, thank you for watching. Have a good night, good day, good weekend. Stay safe, and always, aloha.